What's the big sell like for, especially for female powerlifting? Is it, because people have had exposed to barbells, and I've always thought that if you put barbells around people, eventually people will want to see who's the strongest, or more importantly, how strong they can get. It's just kind of the natural, like nobody's sitting there looking at the barbell and being like, well, I can thruster that 45 times. I mean, no, I want to know, I want to know how much I can do for one, or how I can do for a few. So, I mean, is that an easier sell, or you think it's a harder sell for women?
I think, it's probably easier. I think like now it is becoming like so much more accepted, and not like, people don't really look at females when they have muscle as being like gross or whatever. I think back when I was like bodybuilding and stuff, like being muscular, I would go places and people would just like kind of get these looks like, my God, like, why would you ever want to be that bulky or whatever? Now it's like, I have old ladies, and I'm not even like as big as I was before. Old ladies will be like, oh my gosh, I just love your muscles and, stuff. People will stop you now. Like it's just become, and I don't really, like I said, I can't really pinpoint exactly why that happened, but now it is becoming like a lot more, I don't know, accepted or whatever for females to be more muscular. So therefore, nobody's afraid now to like lift heavier. Before it was like, I can't lift heavy because I'll get bulky. No, you did not want to have like a tricep or a bicep or shoulders or whatever, or not have a thigh gap or something. Like now it's like, oh, okay, so I'm not going to be looked at like, weird. So they get rid of that, and then they start to like, enjoy that look. And then, being stronger just comes with the territory. So it's like, nobody's really afraid now to like get bulky or whatever by lifting heavy. They're starting to like actually enjoy and understand. Like, I'd say for the most part, men in the sport are really supportive. So it's like when you're in this, when you get into it and you realize that men are like encouraging you to, get bigger or be stronger, or like when you do a big lift, they're super supportive. When we have the women's pro-am, we have all those women there. There are men that come from all over, like other male powerlifters that come, and they love coming. They love watching it. They love supporting it. So I don't know. I just think that it's just kind of all come to a head where it's just like now it's really cool to want to like, instead of like just doing light high reps to tone, it's like, let's see how strong I am. So like with our CrossFit gym that we have in Cincinnati, it's like we lift heavy. It's not like, we focus a lot on strength, and it was really cool to be able to see, because we opened in 2013. So things are still kind of like, maybe starting to become okay, like more acceptable for women like that want to lift heavier. To see like these women that join the gym that are just, moms and, really maybe no athletic background, where if we do like a 1 rep max that day of like a deadlift, we have them do everything. We do like a deadlift against chains or something like that. And they're getting into it. They're keeping logs of what they did before. It was really cool at that time, when things are still kind of transitioning, to be able to watch women in our own gym in that environment get really into lifting heavy. And then you'd find them coming, like because I do personal training in the other gym, which was like right next door, making appointments to come do personal training. They're like, I want to get stronger. So like they started doing like personal training sessions to do extra work in addition to the CrossFit classes, to like build up their maximal strength, so it's been pretty cool to watch that like kind of firsthand.
Do you have women that are specifically coming to the gym to be competitive powerlifters? Or is it just, hey, here's some CrossFit, moms and different girls showing up, and now all of a sudden I'm sucking them away and trying to romance them into strength?
Yeah, no, for our CrossFit gym, it's a little different because they can still be a part of CrossFit and still have that aspect of strength, because our weeks are laid out. Max effort lowers on Monday and dynamic effort upper is on Tuesday. So they're still getting that. Like they don't feel like I need to get away from CrossFit to get somewhere else where I can focus on strength. They're still getting a lot of that focus in our CrossFit classes. So in the powerlifting gym that we have a ton of women. The women dominate the gym in some regards. No offense to the guys, but we've had a lot more world records come out of the gym for females. And I don't know if it's just because I had the world records and it just attracted women, but people started moving to the gym. That's why like when in 2014, I was just like, I need to start focusing on coaching these people because these people are moving here. Like I had one girl that moved from Memphis, one girl that moved from Boston, one girl that moved from Detroit. One girl was driving down from Dayton every day. Like, these people are like traveling in because they want to be at this gym where I'm training, but also where we also were known for having a lot of knowledge to help other people get stronger. So when it comes to our powerlifting gym, it definitely, I would say there's not many at all that we've acquired from CrossFit actually. It's mostly just been people that come, the females especially that come just as powerlifters and wanting to be powerlifters. So.
Well, as a coach now, and you have athletes that are pushing or beating your world records, how does that make you feel? Do you get excited or like,
you go over look at your gear and you're like, get back in there.
Dust this off.
You would think, people ask me that all the time. And even just when we had this pro-am this last time and my friend Leah, who got that squat record, everybody's like, don't you just want to, and I'm like, nope, I like this a lot more. And that's actually what happened back when I think I decided I was not going to compete anymore. I was coaching my training group that I had, and there was a girl in my training group that I just was like, from the time she started, I was like, this girl, she just has, I don't know, this natural ability to, she just picks things up really well. And so I just she's just going to be something, I know it. And so I'm coaching her through, training sessions and meets and stuff. And then I was like, then it became my goal, instead of me picking out a meet and trying to break a different kind of world record. I was like, I think I can get her, because I was, like I said, the only female that did 11 times body weight total. And I was like, I think I can get her to beat that. She was in a different weight class than me. So we weren't really she was a much lower weight class than me. So it wasn't it was trying to coach her to break one of my world records. It was just what can we do to beat me? And it was got to total more than 11 times body weight. And I remember at a competition, I was actually at one of the women's pro-am. She totaled 11.2 times body weight. And the feeling that I had, kind of solidified my decision to not go back to powerlifting. I got just as much or more joy out of that, when she did that, than if it was myself. So I was like, okay, this is what I like to do now, So yeah, she ended up beating my 11-time body weight total. And now we actually have another girl at the gym. She's little. She's weighed in at 97 pounds, and she totaled 11 something more than me. So it's kind of now, coaching these people to kind of outdo my list has been pretty cool, and having the girl to get the biggest squat of all time, and what was cool about her squat too was it got a lot of attention, on social media or whatever, a lot of attention, even from raw lifters. They were just like, man, this is huge. This is such a awesome feat of such an awesome accomplishment. And she also did it really well. It was a beautiful technique. It was deep. It was, there weren't raw lifters coming out of the woodwork trying to question oh my God, this high squat, because that's what you see a lot. It's just so much hate on depth, regardless of the fact that they're wide and from the side, what they don't really understand what breaking parallel is. You don't have to break it by 4 inches, But anyway, her squat was very deep. It was very technical. It was very pretty. So it was kind of cool that here's this equipped lifter doing something no one's ever done, but she got a lot of attention for that from a lot of people,
Freight train and I'm right on track.